It was an era of our life that we wanted to put at rest. We didn't feel it was necessary to let everybody know here until when he passed in 1996. There was a big article in the paper. Friends were asking me, "Oh, how come you didn't tell us my job?" I said, "Oh, if I told you, would it have made a difference?" You know. So we try to live a quiet life. All this started in, I think, '67. There was an election that went bad. My father, at that particular point, was in England. He was called by his comrades to lead the NRC government.
And I remember we used to say to ourselves, well, we can say one thing about this country, there'll never be a coup. And he effected a coup.
It was very dictatorial. But on the other hand, many will also say that he was incorruptible, that you cannot say that of any other president in Sierra Leone.
They speak very highly of him.
He had this zeal about doing right.
You know, he went around to the offices in the morning to make sure everybody was working. And if people weren't at their desk, he would sack them.
The circumstances of his removal from power.
With guns trained at the house.
His incarceration.
Having been in prison for 8 years and under a death sentence.
He never described to us what they did to him.
I think he had really been affected psychologically by his experience. And yeah, he was a very, very shattered guy.
Was he concerned? Yes, I was at the top of the world at one time and now I'm not. Absolutely, but he didn't defer him from the fact that his family came first and he had to make sure we were okay. He never wanted to leave his home. He always said, "I came here to give us the children a second chance in life."
These days people don't know about Jackson Smith. And when they list heads of state, they don't list him.
Supposing he hadn't been overthrown, supposing he had continued, what kind of a president would he have made?